Singer, millionaire Aaron Carter, 34, has been found dead in his home, according to reports. So, Aaron Carter, who won early fame as a child pop star and toured with his brother's hit band, Backstreet Boys, before pursuing careers in rap and acting, was found dead in his home near Los Angeles on Saturday, according to media reports. And he has been kind of going really out there recently in the past couple years, but wow, to be dead at 34, like that is such a young age. So an LA Sheriff's Department spokesperson on Saturday afternoon confirmed to Reuters that deputies had found a deceased person at Carter's residence and that homicide investigators were on their way to the scene, but said they could not provide further details. There were no reports that foul play was suspected in Carter's death. Carter, 34, released his debut album in 1997 when he was just 9 years old, becoming a child pop star who frequently appeared on Nickelodeon, according to TMZ and The Hollywood Reporter. He turned to rap later in his music career and also acted in productions such as the Broadway show Seussical. By the way, for those that don't even really know, I'm pretty certain that when Aaron Carter was like a kid, and he started to get all the fame and money because like he made millions upon millions of dollars, right? He didn't get like a single cent of it. Like basically his family, like his parents to be more like exact, pretty much stole all of the money. So by the time that he like turned 18, there was basically nothing. So imagine you working from like 9 to 18, made millions of dollars, and then you basically get none of that. Like literally none of that. It is so depressing. He wrestled with addiction issues for years, sometimes sharing them publicly. In a 2019 appearance on the celebrity wellness TV show The Doctors, he held up a bag full of prescription drugs that he said he took after being diagnosed with multiple personality disorder, schizophrenia, manic depression, and anxiety. Carter went to drug rehab centers on multiple occasions, and most recently earlier this year, in an effort to regain custody of his son, Prince, according to The Hollywood Reporter. And here's the thing, no matter what your personal views might be of Aaron Carter, someone losing their life, especially at such a young age, is never a good thing, right? But let's check out some of the comments on this. Let's see, from the comments I've been reading, it is disgusting what the younger generations have become. No compassion, just a Jerry Springer society. May this poor young troubled soul rest in peace. I am reading some of the comments here, and it makes me sick that people can be so cruel. People who suffer from mental health issues are no laughing matter. Have some human decency, people. This person says, release report, LOL, like Pelosi's body cam footage, LOL, okay. Interesting. I care. Why? The thing is, a lot of people don't necessarily need to care about this, but the thing is, it really probably puts his daughter or his kid or whatever, I don't know if he has a daughter or son or whatever, but basically, wait, is it a daughter? I know his son, okay, so, yeah. This puts a strain on his son because he probably was the breadwinner and probably still paid to take care of the son. Let's see. My condolences. I see those who are always prepared to throw the first stone have arrived and thrive on their bile. That's meth for ya. It never ceases to amaze why some people cannot offer a simple condolence. Why do some people have to make it about politics? What a sad society we have become. Little doubt he overdosed. Here's the thing. If he did, it's a sad situation because he had been dealing with addiction. That being said, I would definitely prefer if it was like something like an overdose instead of him like cutting a wrist or something. Like that would be brutal. Kids, don't do drugs. I agree. Here's the thing too, right? If you never do something, you never really miss out on it because you just don't know what the experience is. So, for example, let's say that you've never smoked marijuana, right? Well, if you've never smoked marijuana, you don't know what you're missing out on, so you don't really see a benefit in technically actually doing it as well. So, long term, it might actually be better for you to just completely abstain from certain things. Now, people have different views on that, but I'm just saying sometimes, depending on whatever it is, it might just be better outright to just be like, you know what? I'm going to make the conscious choice of just completely avoiding that thing completely, right? Like, for example, right? For me personally, I don't drink alcohol. Personal choice, I just don't care for it. And the main reason why I don't care for it is because just the smell of alcohol kind of makes me want to puke. It's just like, that smells absolutely like crap. Like, why would anyone want to drink that? That's just to me, right? So, I never been drunk. I never been blackout drunk. I'd never done a DUI because I've never literally had alcohol in my system. So I don't even know what I'm missing out on, but I also can't really get any of the negative effects of that as well, right? Let's see. I'm devastated. I have had suicidal thoughts over Aaron's death so much that I called the suicide hotline. They put me on hold. Now, the interesting thing that I've heard about that hotline is that because it's all basically volunteers doing it, that the actual service you get from it is honestly not really that great. Very sad. Whatever the reason someone lost their friend, a brother, a son today, may he be at peace. Very sad to see someone so young die. It is easy to die. It is very hard to live. Not just for this young man, for all of us. That's actually a really good point. I sometimes think that people don't understand just how cheap a human life is. And if you were to really put it into perspective, people in the hood die all the time. No one pays attention to it. Why? Who knows? But a lot of those deaths are simply because people are just wearing the wrong color, right? Which is a sad situation. People die all the time due to road rage. And what's even crazier, like in a personal story, I almost saw two people probably end up almost killing themselves, each other, whatever, in a road rage thing. It was between like a Challenger and a lifted pickup truck, and they were basically both trying to cut each other off in a very very crowded street. Like it was crazy, right? There's a lot of people around, lights everywhere, a lot of traffic, right? Like they were going so close to just hitting each other, it was insane. And one guy, the pickup guy, literally jumped out of his truck and tried to confront the Challenger, and that Challenger just sped off, right? But that could have ended so badly. Like, human life is beyond cheap, and people really need to change that outlook. Another case of a weak person who was given all the breaks and had not the discipline, self respect, or strength of character to do anything but throw it away. The problem with this comment is that, like, with Aaron Carter's specific case, is that Basically, he got completely screwed over by his parents from the age of 9 and then 18 plus whatever, right? Like, he basically worked extremely hard, made millions upon millions of dollars, got screwed over by people that should have loved him more than anyone else. Like, how do you think that's going to really affect his mental state? It's not going to be good, right? And from what I've seen, a lot of like these like child stars, there's always something bad that happens to them in some shape or form, whether it be drugs or something. Like someone in their life that they either look up to or that they trust get them connected to something in a really bad manner. They get hooked onto it and it's not good. Let's see. This is honestly not surprising. This baby was broken. He tried so hard to get his life together and feel normal. Nothing worked. He had many troubles. May he rest with the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. To be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord, Selah. Aaron's troubles are behind him. Condolences to those left behind who loved him. That was a nice comment. Kid with lots of money, doing bad drugs. Who cares? That's a shame. He seemed to have a lot of struggles from what I saw. Whether it was substance abuse or he just died suddenly, I feel terrible for him and his family. I guess he has been battling drug use for years, and it finally caught up to him. Also, he has mental instability, and that with fame brought him to this point. Not everyone can handle having all those issues and survive. Too bad. I actually liked Aaron. Hate to say it, but this doesn't exactly shock me. And here's the thing, right? Like, I've seen a few podcasts that he was in, and it seemed like mentally he was all over the place. But it seemed like he was trying his hardest to improve whatever situation he was in. Sad, but I must admit I was not at all surprised when I read this. So many stars who start out as children wind up with major problems. Condolences to his family and friends. Let's see. How sad. Rest in peace, dear one. Sad but not surprising. So, what has been going around and is that they found him dead in the bathtub after a DUI alcohol poisoning. Oof. Yeah. Feel free to give your thoughts on this. It's just a sad situation, right? I never really like seeing. Well, I mean, I hope everyone's like this. That it's never a good thing to see someone young pass away. Period. For any reason.